Welcome back, everybody. Take a break with Stephen Shamus.
Good to see you, my friend. How's it going?
It's always a pleasure, sir. Always.
Yeah, happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Yes. Yeah.
How long? By the way,
now
what's the
Easter.
cutoff?
I think.
By the way, what's the cutoff for saying happy holidays?
I think we're. This is it. And next one it'll be. I hope you have a good Easter, and then nothing else for a very long time.
I feel like it's a Larry David.
One.
I feel like it's a Larry David episode when like when can you stop saying Happy New Year? Is it like on the 5th, on the 10th, on the 11th?
I'm saying the 7th because that's when I was told that's when you are allowed to take your Christmas tree down. Before that is unlucky. So I would say 7th. I'm saying January 7th.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right.
Locked
Alex, what do we got today?
Locked in.
What do we got today? What do we got today?
We're gonna we can call this the Mark Miller episode because we're gonna be talking a lot about him. But we're gonna talk about some fun stuff. Cosmic Carnage, SuperCrooks, The Witcher, Greg Pak's Mech Cadet Yu, love that book, and Sharky the Bounty Hunter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we got 2 Mark Millars in here, right?
Mark Millar, yep.
2 Mark Millars and then everything else.
Two Netflix-owned Mark Millars.
Got it. What are we starting with today, Alex?
Let's talk about Cosmic Carnage because that's fun.
So last week we spoke about Cosmic Spider-Man, and this week we're going to talk about Cosmic Carnage.
Right.
I know it kind of craze started with Cosmic Ghost Rider, feels like.
Yeah.
And now it's sort of like spread its wings.
I think some what people are doing is they're typing in Cosmic Comic Book in eBay and hitting search and just whatever coming up. Yeah.
These books are picking up CGC style.
Yeah. That's great. They're great covers.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, they are actually pretty nice covers. Yeah. So anything interesting about the Cosmic Carnage character versus the regular?
It's funny because it's not Cosmic Carnage. It's not Cosmic Spider-Man. It's not the same thing. Cosmic Carnage is just the symbiote of Carnage on Silver Surfer. So no Cletus Cassidy. It's just the Carnage symbiote on Silver Surfer. So, there's that awesome cover of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, where it's literally Silver Surfer with the Carnage symbiote holding Spider-Man surfing through a red cover. Like, it's just fun. It didn't have 2 issues and done. There was nothing else. It's not like a long running story, but it's fun.
Picked up a lot. Carnage. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man number 430, January of 98. Again, it's 33 years ago, 34 years ago. Jesus. 359.8, Alex.
That's pretty high.
Yeah, it's about 170. It's a $175 book, $40 to $50 raw. That's the it's a cameo. It's not the full appearance. Carnage and Silver Surfer, Thunderbolts, cameo, Tom DeFalco story, Tom Lyle cover. Oh, Joe Bennett art is in there. Interesting. Yep. Okay.
Early Joe
Amazing
Bennett.
Spider. Yeah. Amazing. I love his whole work. Yep. Amazing Spider-Man 431 came out the following month, February of 98. There's 244 9.8s. That's a $300 book.
Yeah.
That's the first
cover.
appearance. And it's $40 to $60 raw. Carnage and Silver Surfer appearance. Again, it's Tom DeFalco with Joe Bennett interiors with a Tom Lyle cover. And then the last one to look at is What If number 108. That's May of 1998. There's 35 9.8s. That's $100+ book. It's very, very hard to find.
Yeah.
$20 to $30 raw. Tom DeFalco story with Sergio Carrillo cover and art. So that's the story with Cosmic Carnage. All right, what do we got next, Alex?
Our first Mark book, SuperCrooks.
SuperCrooks. Is that a TV film? What are they doing with
Netflix? Netflix pretty much owns all the Millar World stuff right now, and it is going to be an animated series, and they might even do a live action movie sequel. Netflix is toying with the idea.
Got it. Animated series. What is the story about? What is SuperCrooks?
I think Ocean's 11, but with bad guys. It's a bunch of crooks who are going to steal stuff from the number 1 bad guy in the universe. And it's kind of, that's what it is. Ocean's 11 meets with bad guys. So, very cool concept. I mean, again, with all of the Netflix stuff that Mark Millar's doing, all of his books are just, skyrocketing.
Right. Because nobody knows what's popping up next.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So SuperCrooks number 1, Lanil Francis Yu cover, May of 2012, 9 years ago. Jeez, 10 years ago already.
Doesn't even feel like it.
Right, 10 years, right? This 2012 feels like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Dave Gibbons cover, by the way. I'm sorry, on the variant cover.
Yeah.
So Lanil, you did the main cover. 11 9.8s and 4 9.6s. Impossible to find. They sell for $30 to $40 raw.
Wow.
Even a 9.2 sold for $140. So a 9.8 might be a $300, $250, $300 book based on the other sales. The Dave Gibbons 1 in 25 variant cover. There's only 2 9.8s. That's an $80 to $100 raw book.
Wow.
And then the second print Lanil Yu sketch cover came out in July, 2 months later. There's only 1 9.8, and that's a $30 to $40 raw book. So that is those books are expensive now, Alex.
Those aren't cheap. No, not at all.
They're not cheap. All right. What do we got next, Alex?
Henry Cavill, his probably his personally most favorite role, The Witcher.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, series is fun.
Yeah.
I like all the witches in there. There's one witch, I'm just drawing a blank on her name, of Yennefer. Love Yennefer. She's my favorite. She's good. I like her. And have you seen the second series yet?
I haven't. I only watched the pilot, the first episode of the first series. I'm woefully behind on my Witcher. My Witchers.
Yeah. The Witcher's great. Henry does a great job. No shocker.
Yeah.
Why this book is so popular. If you need to know more about it, just watch it on Netflix. The first season is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Witcher #1 came out in 2011 from Egmont Publishing. I never heard of Egmont Publishing. There are 4 9.8s. They actually one is sold for $400. A 9.6 sold for $400. A 9.8 would probably be $1,000. Yeah. Those are $80 raw. It collects The Witcher Reasons of State #1, the digital comic. It was a GameStop exclusive.
Yeah. There's a promo comic.
Alex story.
Yeah.
So you can't find it anymore. So that's a very, very expensive book.
Yeah.
Then
you can only buy those at GameStop. Think about, like, we've talked about it a little bit before, but like these are comics at GameStop. The game people aren't buying and collecting and bag and boarding and top loading and sending them to CGC. They're buying them and reading them and throwing them on a shelf or in a box and stuff like that. These are going to be more tough to find the more it gets.
And it was 11 years ago already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's hard to believe, right? So The Witcher #1 regular series came out in March of 2014. There are 61 9.8s. There's 27 9.6s. That's about a $400 book in 9.8. It's about a $75 raw book based on the video game by Project Red, Paul Dobin's story, Joe Caro art, and Dan Panosian cover. There's a Stan Sakai variant cover.
Beautiful.
There's only 13 9.8s.
Yeah.
It's a $575 book in 9.8 and $140 raw.
Good luck.
Yeah. So those Witcher books are very, very hot. Okay. It's time for Alex's pick of the week. What do you got for us, Alex?
We're going to probably mention this a little bit later with one of the other things, but Image has astounded the comic book company, the industry. They are not doing reprints anymore. They are done with them.
Right.
They're moving on. I think it makes more sense because there's a paper shortage. It makes sense because, if the comics aren't being ordered on FOC, 3 months in advance, then you just got to wait for the trade. They do much better. Image sells very well in collected editions, extremely well. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to find some of these books. A low ordered Image #1. If it gets hot, you're kind of SOL. You're not gonna be able to get another printing and complete your run.
Right.
It's gonna be tough.
And that will affect one of the books we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what do we got next, Alex?
Mech Cadet Yu.
Okay, what is going on with this book that's going up so much? Again,
another property that's gotten picked up. I believe it might be in Netflix, but it's definitely an animated. This is a fun story. There's alien robots that come down to Earth and fuse kind of mentally with children from this university that they teach them how to fight, and they go to war. These robots help them in battles. And then one of the robots comes down and then, melds with a kid that has nothing to do with that kind of like academy. So it's kind of, like your outsider story here. Fun kaiju, big robots, big battles and stuff like that. Fun book, all ages book, which is tough. When all ages books, come out, it's hard for the industry to kind of not be a PG-13 industry, but it's nice to see when a book like this comes out and it's an all ages book and it does well.
Whenever I hear kaiju, I think of Kaiju Big Battle.
Right.
That stuff was insane. That was insane, Alex.
The old days. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Mech Cadet Yu #1, cover A, Takeshi Miyazawa cover, August of 2017. There are 6 9.8s. It's about $185 book, $25 to $30 raw. Cover B is a Marcus Toe subscription edition. There are 3 9.8s. It's about a $200 book, $30 to $40 raw. Cover C is by Juan Doe. Believe it or not, I actually know who Juan Doe is, but I'm sworn to secrecy.
It's not me. Is it you?
No.
All right.
No, it's a guy I worked with years ago. He's immensely talented.
Interesting.
And when I found out that it was him, I was actually pretty surprised and pleasantly surprised. So it's a Transformers the movie poster cover homage. There are 2 9.8s. It's a $15 to $25 raw book. And then cover D is Sunny Liu Unlocked Retailer Edition, 13 9.8s. That's about a $300 book. And that's about $50 to $100 raw.
Yeah.
So these books are expensive now, Alex.
Yep.
I'm telling you, if dealers aren't following the market, updating their price, like you could probably go to a show and you might find that Sunny Liu book for $5.
Again, these are in all ages books, so they might be in kids sections. They might still be sitting in kids sections. Yeah, totally. I agree.
Right, what are we closing up with tonight, Alex?
Our last Mark book, Sharky the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of pricing information for you on Sharky. I think you mentioned it earlier about the no new printings.
Yeah.
So that's it. First printing done. See you later. Goodbye.
Hope you got one.
It's got Mark Millar's story, Simone Bianchi, who we love, cover and art. I'll read you down the different covers. The pops are almost negligible. The book came out in 2019. You can't find these books. Talk a little bit about Sharky the Bounty Hunter. Who is he? He's
an interstellar bounty hunter who drives around the galaxy in a souped up ice cream truck and has a 10-year-old sidekick. It's just crazy enough that Netflix was like, yeah, we'll take that one also. And so Netflix is making a movie. I think this is, it was the fun thing about this one was it was co-announced. The book and the movie was co-announced at the same time. So Netflix has a trailer that you can watch, a trailer for the comic book. But this was a quiet book. I remember I was in the stores at 2019. This wasn't like a big book. This wasn't all over the place.
Got it. Okay. Sharky the Bounty Hunter #1, Simone Bianchi cover, came out in February of 2019. There are 11 9.8s. The Simone Bianchi sketch variant cover B, there are 3 9.8s. The Frank Quietly cover C, 2 9.8s. Matteo Scalera variant cover D, 3 9.8s. The Oscar Yildirim variant cover E, 3 9.8s. The blank sketch variant cover F, 0 9.8s. And the Carl Keschel variant cover G, 0 9.8. So again, if this hits, this book's going to blow up because there's no new printings on any of these books.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. All right. Well, we thank you for joining us again this week. We hope you all had a great time. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. And we will see everybody next week. Same bat time.
Same bat channel. Thanks, guys.